Aliens was the movie that made me want to become a filmmaker. Your worst day on a film set is better than any day like anywhere else. Be so good at a job, but a lot of people are good at the job, especially like yeah, you're a great camera operator. There's a lot of great camera operators, but can I be around this person for 14 to 16 hours a day?
Right.
That's Jerry Bruckheimer. He tells people I work in transportation. I take people from place to place, and I think that just resonates with me. It's just I'm addicted to just taking people on a journey. The ups, the downs, and it's just like you made something that made someone feel something. And I think that is what I'm addicted to. That's where the passion comes from.
All right, Malcolm Bodon is a director and producer, and tonight he is with us in Iowa to AD for us for Alien Lost Transmission.
So the first AD is you're kind of managing the set. You would be a foreman, if you will. Safety is one of your priorities, and the overall schedule. We have a Rainbow Six team on this too, so it's going to be a kind of a skeleton crew. But there are times where you have a set and there's over 100 crew members. You're working with department heads. Like everything that goes on and off the set goes through you, and you have to manage like different stuff that like the actors go through, the stuff that the director's going through, and you're seeing like every single department stuff that they have to deal with. So there's a lot of personalities on set. But yeah, watch like the first I know it's like 10 minutes of the franchise on HBO, but it's insane. Like this is what a first AD does, because a lot of times my mom's like, "Oh, do you get like the director like coffee and stuff?" And like,
yeah.
It's like, oh,
they see assistant director,
yeah,
and they think assistant to the director.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very like office space. No, I'm assistant director, not assistant to the director. Yeah.
I've only recently started doing AD stuff, first AD stuff, and it is not assistant to director. It's basically doing everything that the director doesn't have to do.
Yeah.
So that the director can focus on telling the story.
Yeah.
You're in charge of, like you said, time.
Yeah.
Like that's huge.
Yeah.
Time. And then every single department communicating between them and up to the director and making sure that the food gets ordered and delivered on time. You're sending PAs out to go, give paper towels to the makeup artist or whatever. There's so many problems to solve, and you have your hands in every single plate.
Oh yeah.
On a set, and your mind has to move so fast.
Yeah, and you have to be. You're always planning out what could go wrong. Yes. All right, we're doing this. What could go wrong here? Well, and this what could go wrong here?
Yeah, what's going to break my schedule? Yeah. What's going to break my actors? What's going to break my camera?
Yeah. I'm the first AD on a show called Blippi. It's a children's show, and we get to travel. Basically, every day is a field trip.
Awesome.
I just go on field trips all day and follow around our title character, and we learn about the world, and we learn about how things work around us. It's fun because we get to travel a lot, and I've only got like 13 states left that I haven't been to. Yeah, I've worked in every single department, and I think that kind of helps me like as a producer, like knowing what every department needs. And what their day is gonna look like. Haven't really spent that much time in makeup though. That's the only department I haven't done. But it's a unique skill, that makeup department.
They're a rare breed.
Yeah.
And then, so how did you kind of land in the producing, directing world?
Well, I mean, like when you go to like a film school or the whole thing, everyone's like, I want to be the director. I want to be like that producing. And for me, I was just like, okay, well, I want to try everything. Through like working on the different sets, like we would all like take like turns sometimes in your group. Like, okay, well, why don't you direct this one? Why don't you produce? And then we'll switch. Okay, I'll run camera, or in our little group. And I just had the most fun either directing or producing. Just going in and finding the motivation of every scene of every actor. And just channeling like through that, like what is motivating this. I think that's That's the biggest approach that I take to anything regarding being in the director's chair. What is motivating this, and like what's the best way to tell this? Your worst day on a film set is better than any day like anywhere else. Well, for me at least. But I had a job I was a banker with one of my clients was like filming a commercial, and he was like he asked me like, "Hey, Malcolm, do you want to be on our, like, we're shooting a commercial. Do you want to be for this company, or do you want to be like on the film or film set?" I was like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. Like, cause it was something that I like. Oh man, I'd love to do that. And then I was there, and I hope they don't watch this, but it was like 10 years ago. But they were the worst like crew ever. The guy running it had no idea what he was doing, and I was just like, if this guy is making a living doing this, I can do this. I had a fun time on set. He was a nice guy, but just like, man, that was like, all right, I'm gonna go to LA and like try this out, because that guy can make a living, and I could probably.
That's
do
an
something.
Interesting philosophy. Like, if they can do it and make such a mess, I can surely do it. Like, it's at least worth giving it a shot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, there's always you gotta always have options, especially like 'cause I freelance, and so if I finally like in like 2019 have gotten to a point where jobs find me now instead of me like hunting for jobs.
So, prior to 2019, then how did you go about creating those options for yourself, or having kind of like diversity of the work, so that, you didn't get stagnant or didn't, fall into a hole?
Yeah. Well, okay. So networking is like the biggest. You could be so good at a job, but a lot of people are good at the job, especially like, yeah, you're a great camera operator. There's a lot of great camera operators, but can I be around this person for 14 to 16 hours a day? That's a big thing. So just being open to that, like knowing that, and just like knowing like every time you're on a set, you're on an interview, using your network to get more jobs. And like I know it's like really tough to take, especially with the economy. In this economy, it's really hard to take like free jobs. But all the free jobs that I've ever done led to bigger jobs that are paid. And like it's funny, like a lot of my friends, they'll like see my social media and they're like, Malcolm, you're like always working. It's like, yeah, I'm always working, but not all of those are paid. But so it's like I mean it is a lot better now. I've just I've been in LA for 14 years now, so it's got like most of it's paid now. But there was like a lot of times where it's like, luckily I had that job that gave me that freedom to work free jobs and building that network. And now it's like jobs are finding me now. Again, if you want to be a director, just start making your own stuff, because nothing's going to give you the experience as much as a hands-on experience, especially like on a film set. And just be eager to work, eager to learn. And also like not take things too seriously. I guess, because a lot of people they come in and they're just they lose focus on like the bigger picture of everything. I feel we have like a skeleton team that we kind of just become family.
Love that.
Yeah, and so it's like we're like a rainbow six of like filmmakers,
How did you go about assembling this team?
So with this, so I assembled a team in Florida that would do stuff, but then like the team that we work with now, they're it's an LA based team, and you kind of have, I don't want to say weeding out, that sounds bad, but it's just like vibe checked,
Sure.
Basically it's been 4 years of vibe check, and everyone that comes on in those department head roles have been clear through someone that had that role. Like our team, like honestly, like this team that we work with, it's such a unique group. Like you can't emulate this, like what we're doing at the quantity that we're doing, the speed and quality that we're doing. Like you can't emulate that. It's like it's a lot of learned skills the way we shoot.
Do you kind of find that you've learned each other as well? You kind of get the shorthand on set, and then that lends to efficiency?
Yeah. For me, like I said, Aliens was the movie that made me want to become a filmmaker. And I was like, yeah, dude, like, let me know what I can do. And I don't want to give too much away about the project, but it's but it's kind of in a classic like no-win scenario that we're in. And a unique thing about this is that it's a story told in like a confined space that's also captivating. Which when I read the script, I was like, oh, I would love to be a part of this. So I told him yes, and came out to Iowa, and here I'm really excited about this project.
What does the film industry need right now?
Need right now risk takers. The people, um, the people that have the means of production should be taking more risk. I know like no one ever wants to do it. People that take the risk on, like indie filmmakers. You're not always going to hit a home run when you go up to bat, but yeah, you never know if you don't take the chance. And so, like, I think the people that have the funds, if they take more risk, we get people are asking for original stories. People who are I saw. I mean, I'm just throwing out a number out there. It may not be accurate, but it's like 80% of like films are something that we've already. It's either a sequel or a remake. Yeah. So I think what the industry could use is just more risk takers. Yeah. I forget who it was who said it. I think it's Jerry Bruckheimer. He tells people, I work in transportation. I take people from place to place. And I think that just resonates with me. It's just, my favorite thing is like when I have like a screening or something, and then watching the expressions of people like go through the emotions. And I know this is like, I had a film that had like this kind of sad ending, but like watching someone cry, like, I know this sounds bad, but it's like, oh man, they felt that, having people feel that. I think that's where like I'm addicted to get, like just taking people on a journey, like the ups, the downs, and it's just like, you made something that made someone feel something. And I think that is what I'm addicted to. That's where the passion comes from.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. All right, Malcolm. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Can't wait to shoot with you this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
All right. Bye, everybody.